sort of liberty of drawing our own picture of what New Zealand was like, and that's why we give it a bit of a 70s sort of...
We make it seem like the 70s and really, really, like one town, basically. We make it seem like one small town, and we thought people were going to hate us in New Zealand for that, but we needed jokes.
So I've got 2 bands now.
You'll just manage us both.
No, I can't. I'm not even supposed to manage one band. I'm supposed to be working at the New Zealand consulate, Bret.
Murray, do you think you could find another cubicle?
Sorry, Greg. Yeah. Let's just calm down, all right? We shouldn't even be arguing in front of the map. It's not right.
Yeah, you're right.
Bret and Jemaine being from New Zealand didn't really have that much of an effect on the show itself in terms of production, other than the fact they wouldn't start up before 11 o'clock in the morning. But other than that, well, they're musicians, so no musicians from any part of the world will ever do that. And no, it was much more the fact they hadn't done a TV show before. That was much more the fact that they're from New Zealand. Because not having done a TV show before, you don't necessarily understand what you're letting yourself in for and how much hard work you're about to have to do, because TV production is crazy, and you often find yourself working 7 days a week for months on end with little sight of any relief. But that was probably a good thing, because if they'd known at the time, they wouldn't have done it.
They're turning kids into slaves just to make cheaper sneakers. But what's the real cost? Cause the sneakers don't seem that much cheaper. Why we still paying so much for sneakers when you got them made by little slave kids? What are you over here?
In the episode where we get mugged, it was the coldest New York's been in 8 years.
No one was outside except for our film crew.
Yeah, filming outside, they had bottles of water to have a drink if you needed a drink, and you'd pick up the bottle of water and it would turn to ice.
Yeah, well, do you guys want water? She gives us this 6-pack of ice blocks. It's totally frozen. Sorry, someone left it outside.
But we're outside at the same time, and we're in. You'll see the episode. We're in this alley. Reese, Murray, the character Murray he's a much fairer skinned guy, and he sort of has gone blue. He went blue.
We'd locked our bikes up, and then the gang just surrounded us, and suddenly, they were everywhere. We were around here somewhere.
Well, how many were there?
There was 2 of them.
2? That's not a gang.
It's a 2-man gang.
2-man gang. Can you have that, David?
Arj Barker was holding a paintball gun and his hand stuck to it.
Can you put that gun down?
Murray, it's a paint pellet gun. Yeah, it was the coldest I've ever been. It was like, I don't know how cold it was. It was like 80 below. And Fahrenheit, Celsius, take a pick, I don't care, it was cold.
Jemaine had pneumonia for the first, weeks 2, 3, 4 and 5 of filming. And if you watch the middle shows, you often see Jemaine do this. On takes, in the show, because he can't breathe. And because the schedule was so tight, we couldn't stop to let Jemaine recover.
Fortunately...
You got a good immune system.
The day my pneumonia hit me the hardest was our last day of shooting before hiatus, which is supposed to be when we have 5 days off, but actually means 5 days when we have to record music and write scripts.
The key is...
But I had 2 days off doing that.
2 days off to get rid of pneumonia, to get that off and then get back in the studio.
And honestly, I preferred being in bed with pneumonia than working on set. I would have preferred to have that for
pneumonia
for a month.
I remember you saying that pneumonia was basically a walk in the park compared to working on the show, because you got to hang out at home. But basically, if you're going to make a show,
if you've had pneumonia, you've had it easy.
The guys were driven so hard because they had so much writing to do, so much acting to do, so much performing to do, recording music. It was kind of like a superhuman task for and unreasonable expectations, which they delivered on, because even before we started, they had to write 10 scripts because they couldn't really write so much when we started production because they were shooting all the time. So they pulled it off, and it was kind of incredible.
It's got to be sweet 16, my M16. When will the governments realize it's got to be sexy, funky lady?
I have a vision, and all I can see is all of you with the all of me in a world of peace and harmony, where every lady gets a little piece of bread.
I'm Murray Knight. Interior apartment day later, Bret is on the sofa reading New Zealand news, Jemaine's reading the Conchords magazine. Bret folds his paper purposefully and is just about to say something when a sandwich hits Jemaine in the face.
Oh, sandwich on my face. Murray, my face.
Yeah, well, I warned you I'd throw a sandwich at your face.
Brett, I've never seen such bad behaviour. Hell, look, don't be such a dickhead.
You know what?
Sandwiches.
Well, she doesn't even need to split up the band. I'm leaving. I quit.
Yeah, well, you quit last week, so...
Brett, you left last week.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving this week again. This time longer than a week.
Brett, look.
Just wanna do something special for all the ladies in the world. Just wanna do something special for all the ladies in the world. And the girls, don't forget them
Caribbean,
girls. Ladies,
Parisian,
ladies,
Bolivian,
ladies.
Namibian.
For a lot of people in America, this is the first time they're hearing someone from New Zealand talk, apart from, I don't know, the piano or whale rider.
People in America say things to us like, you guys speak English really well.
Yeah.
Or,
Or taxi drivers would say things like, New Zealand, huh? Right. Where they did the Harry Potter films, right?
Where is New Zealand anyway?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Where is New
Is that a
Zealand?
country or what?
Auckland, Wellington, I know there's tundra.
There's kangaroos there.
Or Vikings.
And bats.
Yeah. So there's something that has to do with like the Canterbury Tales.
I'm told you go through tundra and then you end up like on a beach with palm trees and white sand. I know quite a bit actually.
What do you guys know about New Zealand?
Nothing.
Nothing? It's kind of like Australia, but not. No. It's cooler. And they filmed...
That's horrible. That's horrible. We sound like
they filmed...
Americans. We're like nothing. I know nothing. Nothing about that country at all.
They
But
filmed...
I like
what's
the
that
music.
movie?
Lord of the Rings.
With Frodo and Lord of the Rings. Frodo and the Nine Fingers.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, wait, they made the Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god.
You know...
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god, that's a
Lord of the Rings
reference to New Zealand. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We also always poke fun at the idea that people in America only know about Lord of the Rings, about New Zealand. So that's one of our themes throughout the show. You know, New Zealand, Lord of the Rings, Frodo, Gandalf. You know, that's all they know about New Zealand. That's it.
Yo, Frodo, what you doing wearing the ring? All-powerful jewelry, is that your new thing? I know it's hard when you're little more than 3'4", you little ass so close to the floor, trying to lead the fellow to the gates of Mordor.
The fellowship,
Yeah, the fellowship.
but don't rap about bitches and hoes. I rap about witches and trolls, cause I'm passing on the word to the elven king with the jewel. Frodo, don't wear the ring.